Good morning, everyone. This morning I just want to talk and try to alleviate any confusion that you might have about what's happening at school during this week. So at this moment, the government has said that schools remain open, so we will continue to remain open, and what we offer at school will be the same as what we always have done. So assessments and classes will at this stage remain the same as they are. We may, however, hear some information further or later in the week that might change the way that things are currently being done. So there are two things that we have to remember if that is the case. The first is that if schools are closed and there is an extended holiday period, it means that we will have extra holiday time. But if schools are closed so that we can have learning from home, what that will mean for you is that we will go on to our online learning platform, and you will do lessons with your teachers as per normal. At this stage, I expect that we will hear more from our state government at some stage today, and we will let you know further about that as it happens. So gentlemen, there are a couple of things that we can do to get ourselves organised for any quick changes that might occur. Last week, I spoke to you about being resilient. Well, this is one of those moments when we need to be resilient and react as things happen, because they're happening fairly quickly. The first thing is that over the holiday break, we will have a very big clean of the school, and therefore what I need from you, please, is to make sure that all of your lockers are absolutely clear. So this is what I would like you to do. Between now and this afternoon, or tomorrow at the very latest, I would like you to make sure that you've taken everything out of your locker. Take it home, and what you then do is bring your books that you need for that day to school in your school bag. Put your school bag in your locker, and every day you just simply take your bag home, and your locker will always be clear and clean. That way in the holidays, when we spray them down and clean them, we won't cause any damage to any stuff that might be inside them. So please make sure that you've got a plan in place that by at least tomorrow all lockers are certainly cleaned away. Second thing is that we understand that you've got some other belongings around the school that you may have. Please make sure that they're also taken home. Taken home during this day as well. The second thing I would like to talk to you about this morning was the AIC decision about cancelling sport next term. And I appreciate that that's caused a lot of disappointment amongst a lot of you, as it has with staff and myself included. But unfortunately, it's a decision that we just could not make, basically. So what that means is that there will be no training and no sport from now until the end of next term. If things change in the meantime, there will be some communications that are given out, but that was highly unlikely. What will happen in the second semester of the year will very much depend on what the medical advice and health advice is that we can do as a school. If we are able to recommence sports, then what we will commit to do is trying to make sure that the sports during this term, which is obviously rugby, football and cross country, have an opportunity somehow or other to be involved in sports in the second semester. But no firm decisions have been made on that yet, and no plan. We will plan for that during this term. So gentlemen, I don't have any more to say this morning, except please, thank you for being at school today. I know it is a difficult time, and I know it's an anxious time for many of you. The best thing we can do is continue to do as we're expected. That is, come to school, do what you can in terms of your schoolwork and your assessment with your teachers, as we normally would do. And then if we hear from further advice from the governments, then we will take action accordingly. Please remember, there are those amongst us in the communities who are doing it a little bit tough. Think about those people. If there's anyone you can help, it might be your elderly grandparents or other elderly people around you, do whatever you can to make their life a little bit easier, and make sure that we all look after one another by making sure that our personal hygiene is as good as it can be, and we keep that social distancing as we're asked to do. I know that's difficult, but it's the idea now of thinking about taking a step back rather than a step forward whenever we're around people. Morning, gentlemen, and enjoy the rest of your week as best you can. Thank you.